Alysa. I'm actually going to talk about 3 projects today because I'm really ambitious. But what I really want to talk about is the process behind how we got there. So you'll probably see them on the slides behind me before I get talking about them. The Museum of Inuit Art is Southern Canada's only museum dedicated exclusively to art made by Inuit, who are one of Canada's Aboriginal peoples. And our visitors are tremendously varied. You can see there that we have about 75,000 a year, and they come from all over. But generally speaking, they don't have a background in art made by Inuit. And we also notice that many of our visitors are not Inuit themselves. Many Inuits still live in the Arctic. Toronto has a very small population. And because of the cost of travel to and from the Arctic, it's unlikely that many of these community members will visit us. We're very committed to making our collection accessible and relevant to our various audiences. So with the introduction of the Accessibility for Ontarians with Disabilities Act's Customer Service Standard this January, we decided to holistically rethink how we make our museum accessible. And we face 2 primary challenges in that regard. Number 1, how do you create a physical space that is welcoming, educational, and responsive to visitors on site, while also serving Inuit and others in their home communities? And in the end, there is not one answer to that question. We've launched a number of initiatives, 3 of which involve tech that I will briefly talk about here, and you can see behind me already. But we have some guiding principles when launching these kinds of virtual programming. Number 1, meet and exceed relevant legal requirements. Number 2, make it personal. Number 3, make it responsive. Number 4, make it mission specific. And number 5, take risks. We also switched to a new method of working that has helped streamline our productivity. We adapted agile methodologies from software development. Has anyone heard of that? Hands? No. Okay. So essentially this means that we break projects down into their smallest components and finish them to completion before moving on. And we think this has resulted in a higher volume and higher quality output. So this year we incorporated quick responsive QR codes, which you've already seen on the screen. The visitors scan and can take them to additional content that's mobile friendly and can be shared outside of the museum. So on-site and off-site visitors get access to the same interpretive content. We've also introduced Augmented Reality, which is exciting for us because we did it in-house for our new Aboriginal Voices Gallery, featuring art by First Nations artist Christian Moore. So all you need to do is download the app. It's a free app called Juneo, and you can scan paintings and get additional information about the artist. And you can see some of the other ways that we incorporate Inuit voice into the museum on the slide right now. We try and bring people in as much as we can. However, as I mentioned before, that's not always an option. And so our virtual walkthrough, which was inspired by the Google Art project that you see right now, is one of the ways that we try to deal with this problem. You can walk through the museum, clicking around. You can see that you can click on any object in the exhibition and it will pop up nice and zoomed for you so you can see a lot of detail. And it's really easy to use, and it's launching officially in December, so we're very, very excited about that. That way, this particular artist, Jessie Canalagad, was unable to attend the exhibition, and it was the first one ever of her work. And we really wanted to make sure that she would be able to see what we did and give us feedback on it. So she's already seen the exhibition online, thanks to these kinds of bridges that we've been producing. So together, these projects represent 3 different ways that we provide varied points of entry for many different visitors, both on-site and off, that present information in different ways for different audiences. Working with our agile methodology, it allows us to tweak our projects continually and be more responsive, so that all of these projects we think of as living in what we call perpetual beta, which means that they're never really finished. That sounds a little scary, because it means that you always have more things to do, but it allows the projects to grow with us and our audiences as they expand, which is really, really exciting, and I think will hope to make our collection as relevant as it can be. And you can see here, these are just some of the things that link to the extra content, such as artist interviews that we have recorded on Skype, which is also a really easy solution. So if you are a small museum faced with small budgets, these are fun ways of involving your constituents and working very effectively within very, very limited means, which is something that I know that we're all trying to do as best we can. So thank you very much. And there's all the ways you can follow us.